6th, the government announced it will soon begin providing fast, guaranteed settlements to Camp Lejeune Marines, families, and civilians. Awards will range between $100,000 and $550,000, with an option for higher amounts. If you or a loved one spent time at Camp Lejeune and suffered cancers of the bladder, liver, or kidneys, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's, or kidney issues, you may qualify for compensation and could be paid within 60 days after accepting your settlement, with your VA benefits fully protected. You may be entitled to a significant financial award for your Camp Lejeune claim, but you must act now. Call the James Harris Law Camp Lejeune helpline now to get the compensation you deserve. We're already fighting for thousands harmed by the water at Camp Lejeune. Call now or you may forever lose your right to be awarded a settlement between $100,000 and $550,000. For your free evaluation, call 800-217-1155. That's 800-217-1155. 800-217-1155.
Make the most of your holiday season in the strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the tech-savvy Chevy Equinox, or the incredibly stylish Chevy Blazer. Do more together in a new Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Traffic and weather together on KCBS. Claire Beverly is getting word of a new problem in Fairfield.
It's on 780 eastbound, normally a fairly quiet freeway, but this is a problem. The Glen Cove Road off-ramp is currently blocked off with this two-car accident. Somebody is hurt there. Overall, the main line of 780 is moving fine in both directions between Interstate 80 and Interstate 680 as you head toward the Benicia Bridge. And 680 also a good drive right now between the Benicia Bridge and the hookup with Interstate 80 in Cordelia. Now, we do have some road work again over the Carquinez Bridge. If you are on the eastbound direction 80, as you're coming out of Rodeo heading toward Crockett, you take away a couple of lanes just past Cummings Skyway, and those lanes stay blocked for you over to the Carquinez toll plaza. It's not terrible flowing, just something to be aware of. Beyond that, 80 moves well, getting through Fairfield, heading into Vacaville, and all the way to Sacramento. Our next report is at 8:58 on the traffic meter, KCBS.
The KCBS 6-day forecast, mostly cloudy tonight with a slight chance of a lingering shower. Breezy at times with overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. Another system moves in tomorrow, and we have a wind advisory for the Bay Area until 7 p.m. Friday. Coastal flood advisory in effect until 2 p.m. tomorrow, as well as a high surf warning in effect until 3 tomorrow morning along the North Bay coast and around San Francisco. That system is going to bring rain and winds and the potential for a few thunderstorms, highs in the 60s. Showers will start to taper off throughout the day on Saturday and will dry out Sunday with cloudy conditions and some lingering showers. In the 60s. Dry for the first day of 2024. Should be dry on Tuesday, but we're looking at a chance of showers again by Wednesday. Right now it's 57 degrees in Santa Rosa, 55 in San Rafael, 60 in Napa, 58 in Concord, 60 in Oakland, 58 in San Francisco, 61 degrees right now in San Jose. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Please require online consultation with our care provider will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important information. Restrictions required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper, and you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY. Tune in to 95.7 The Game for Warriors Live, 60 minutes before tip of every Warriors game throughout the season as we get you ready for the action. Brought to you by Xfinity, the Xfinity 10G network.
Corey Smith is at the KCBS editor's desk. Could San Francisco's iconic Trans-American Pyramid become a symbol of the city's revitalization? While the city has been dealing with a record-level office vacancy rate, its benefit from New York bought the building for $650 million in 2020. It's been another $400 million on renovations, with the belief that the city is on the rebound. For more, KCBS's Brett Burkhardt and Patty Rising spoke with KCBS insider Phil Matier.
Phil, you have actually taken a tour of the building, so what does $400 million buy you?
And you know what it buys you? It buys you a lot of status. It buys you a big open air ground floor that wasn't there before. It gives you a destination. It revitalizes the Redwood Park that was next to the Transamerica terminal. But basically, it buys you a lot of prestige, and that is what they're selling as well. Here's the story. You know, San Francisco has shifted over the years. When we went from being a commercial and port center to a financial center, it was Montgomery Street that was at the center of that, the financial district. And no place was more iconic than the Trans-America Pyramid. It was known well around the world, and it still is. But what happened in the 80s and 90s and 2000s was San Francisco continued to move the center south. And it went away from Nob Hill and Montgomery Street and into the south of Market area with the tech boom. But now that tech boom has gone bust. And it's one of those things. Return to the past. Call it retro, call it whatever you want. But there's a push being made, not by the city, but by individual developers and investors that are taking a look at the older part of San Francisco, that part between Market Street and North Beach and Chinatown, and saying, actually, this is pretty hip. This is pretty colorful. I think we can sell this if we renovate it into top-tier office space that's really top of the line and make it an exclusive address rather than, one that's forgotten.
So a resurgence on Montgomery Street. Do you buy it?
I do. At first I was skeptical, and I was with a caveat in there. It all depends on the economy. When I saw that what they're targeting upscale financial, hedge fund, in other words, the old financial type deals. Now, I think that it's going to be easier to get them back into this part of town than south of Market. Face it, south of Market down around that Salesforce Tower and Rincon Hill and all that stuff, all the way down to Mission Bay, it's big, it's impressive, but it's still. On the other hand, Montgomery Street, it's got that old city charm to it. It's got some character. You can walk from the Trans-America Terminal, Trans-America Pyramid, to the Chinatown and North Beach within 5 minutes. It's a place that you can hang out at, and that's what they're selling now. They're saying to get people to go back to the offices, you got to make it entertaining and you got to make it fun. And in this case, oddly enough, yesterday's place might be the new hit spot where people want to hang out.
That's KCBS Insider's Phil McClure. Phil will be back at 7:50 tomorrow morning. Right now, it's time for the Money Watch. Here's Larry Kofsky.
Unemployment lines got longer in the week leading up to Christmas. The government says first-time jobless claims rose by 12,000 to 218,000. That's more than expected, but still consistent with a solid job market. The next to last trading day of 2023 was quiet on Wall Street. Stocks ended mixed. Dow Industrials climbed 54. The S&P gained 2 points. The Nasdaq dropped 4. Apple is scrambling to find a software fix to put an end to the patent dispute over its smartwatches and keep them on store shelves. Court order temporarily lifting a sales ban imposed by the International Trade Commission expires January 10th. Francois Bettencourt Myers has become the first woman to amass a $100 billion fortune. It happened today, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. The shares of L'Oreal, founded by her grandfather, rose to a record high. Larry Kofsky, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
Is your roof ready for El Nino? Season after season of blistering summer heat, blasting fall winds, and countless brutal winters.
El Nino came through that year and the year before, destroyed my roof. I had shingles flying in the yard, leaks I had never seen before.
Semper Solaris is a national award-winning Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor. Your roof will be backed by an industry-leading 50-year warranty.
It's a 50-year labor and material non-prorated warranty. If there's ever a problem, it's going to get fixed for the entire 50 years.
Semper Solaris, your local and veteran solar, battery storage, roofing, and heating and air contractor gets the job done with esprit de corps and honor.
We're trying to get to work. That's what we do every single day.
Plus 0 down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 18 months. El Nino is coming. Call Semper Solaris and get your roof inspected today. Visit SemperSolaris.com. 562-222-2715. Not approved by the restrictions apply. See website for details. Expires 12/31/23. See if something depends on 8152.
Now it's time for the closer of the week. Presented by LiftMaster and R&S Doors. Turn your garage into the empty of the neighborhood. Visit RNSDoors.com. This week's closer comes from Renee from Concord. R&S has serviced and sold the hydraulic gates in our driveway and our garage door loader. Vanessa is a skillful point person in the office, and Johnny obviously cares about his clients and the integrity of the company. Recently, my garage door opener was not working. I was in need of a closer. I was put in touch with Barnett Doors, and they hooked me up with a brand new garage door opener from LiftMaster. With LiftMaster's MyQ connectivity, my garage door opener can be controlled right from my smartphone. You'll know when a door or gate has been left open and can close it with a tap, no matter where I am. Be one of the first 10 callers and receive 20% off a LiftMaster garage door opener. Call 1-800-FIX-THE-DOOR. That's 800-FIX-THE-DOOR. Or visit rndoors.com. R&S Door. Look for the red truck. Ho, ho, ho.
Why are you here, Santa? Shouldn't you be at the North Pole?
Sarah, I've got bad news. Your Christmas tree is looking a little shabby.
Getting rid of Christmas trees is hard to do.
When you call 1-800-GOT-JUNK to get rid of all your other old junk, Brian's Scootable is going to haul out your old Christmas tree for free.
All I have to do is point.
All you have to do is point.
Christmas trees disappear for free.
When you have other junk hauled away,
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com. Ho, ho, ho.
Traffic and weather together on KCBS. There is a bad crash on Highway 17. Claire is here with the latest.
It is southbound 17 right near Summit Road. A car rolled over. It is now on its roof on the right shoulder. There were several people inside the vehicle. Everybody seems to be getting out okay. Emergency responders have just pulled up. They're blocking up the right lane. So it's the southbound right lane that's blocked there at Summit, but we've got some slowing in the northbound direction as well. San Jose got a backup with roadwork starting up on Highway 87. It is stop and go northbound from Highway 85 all the way up to Kirkland. They're still getting the cones put together there, so that's why it's so slow. If you're coming up from Morgan Hill and you're heading toward downtown San Jose, you might want to use 101 instead of 87 for the next few minutes. Roadwork also jamming you up in San Ramon, southbound 680 at El Costa. They've got a lane blocked off. And then up ahead in Pleasanton, south 680 at Sino Boulevard. A couple of lanes are closed. That's backed up from Bernal. It stays slow all the way down to Highway 84. Our next report is at 9:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
And your Bay Area weather, mostly cloudy tonight with a slight chance of a lingering shower. Breezy at times with overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. Another system is moving in tomorrow, bringing rain and winds heavy at times. There's a potential for a few thunderstorms. We're expecting highs to be in the 60s. Traffic and weather together on KCBS. It is Thursday, December 28th. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm David Welch in Capitola, where 30-foot waves have many wondering if this is the new normal.
I'm Raquel Maria Dillon in West Oakland, where BART riders can try out prototypes for new fare gates that are supposed to foil fare evaders.
And New York City Mayor Eric Adams has a warning for companies busing migrants to the city from Texas. Good evening, I'm Brian Goebel. CBS News is next.
You need to know. CBS, AM, LFM, CFM, and KCB brings San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. 9 o'clock.
It's CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com. I'm Christopher Cruz. Maine's elected Democratic Secretary of State has ruled that Donald Trump is ineligible to be on the state's Republican presidential primary ballot.
A hearing on the challenges was held earlier this month in which Trump's attorney argued his case.
There's substantial federal jurisdictional issues that prohibit a state from engaging in this type of behavior.
Trump's campaign says an appeal will be filed in state court, but it's unlikely to end there. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
The mayors of New York, Chicago, and Denver are demanding help from the federal government dealing with the surge of migrants arriving in their cities. CBS's Skylar Henry on how the Biden administration is reacting to those demands.
The White House says that they remain in regular contact with these cities that may be experiencing this growing number of migrants that may be coming via bus or other means. They say that they are trying to work with them around the clock. But the Biden administration has also said that they are asking Congress to pass additional funding to try to help out at the U.S.-Mexico border as well, to the tune of some $14 billion. And I think that ultimately is where the president wants to see some stuff done.
A high surf warning was in effect for parts of Northern California. On the north end of Monterey Bay, surf overran the beach and swept into a parking lot, leaving the area strewn with debris. KION-TV reporter Scott Waits is there. Since the 1960s. For her, this is starting to sound like a broken record.
This is devastating to keep going through this. And some of it's done to this community. We are barely back up and
28 games. They fell to the Celtics 128 to 122. Tuesday night, the team set the NBA record for most consecutive losses in a season with their 27th in a row in a loss to Brooklyn. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
It is 9:03 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. Cloudy skies tonight with a chance of some lingering showers. We have another system bringing more rain and winds tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Brian Goebel. Here's what's happening. The seaside town of Capitola got pounded during today's storm. Many living up and down the coast, and last year's destruction may become the new normal. As KCBS's David Welch reports from Capitola, the storm made for an impressive show.
Visitors and locals turned up in crowds to see Mother Nature on display, and at their peak, 30-foot waves didn't disappoint.
I mean, it's always pretty awe-inspiring to see that much energy moving around, you know?
From Capitola down to Santa Cruz, much of the coast was under flood warnings for much of the day. Some areas, including the small town of Paparoa Dunes, were briefly evacuated, which prompts some here to wonder if it's all part of a new normal.
Well, I mean, anyone who takes a business or builds there, you know that comes with the territory.
Many of the businesses in Capitola's village area were closed for much of the day. Streets were covered in water, and shops did what they could to keep it from coming in. Further south, Pebble Beach closed its famous golf course because of flood warnings. At one point, ocean waves crashed into the resort's swimming pool. In Capitola, David Welch, KCBS.
Well, some of the biggest waves at Bodega Bay in years had people flocking to the north coast to catch a glimpse. KCBS's Next to Land reports the dramatic views come with a warning.
Stand is on Bodega Head, and it feels like the earth is moving around you. Towering, powerful waves reaching upwards 25 to 30 feet crash ashore. The National Weather Service says these are some of the tallest in more than a decade. The coastside busy, with people taking in the view. But Cindy and Tom, who drove here from Sebastopol.
We've been coming out here for 43 years. Since we moved over to Sebastopol, I've never seen it like this.
Down at the more manageable, protected Dorn Beach, surfers are jumping in the water. They can implement the more manageable, but still tough waves. Mike is here from Petaluma.
These aren't prime conditions. These are the conditions we're given, and we go with what we've got. So, yeah, I was out there with a pair of fins earlier, just trying to get wet. And,
The blasting away. Steve Hartsburg, Deputy Chief of the Sonoma County Fire District, says people should be aware of their surroundings and keep a safe distance at all times.
The coast is incredibly beautiful, but it's also risky. And miscalculating those risks is very dangerous.
I'm David Burrow of the world, KCBS.
BART is piloting brand new fare gates designed to cut back on It's part of a plan to replace gates at all stations by the summer of 2025 at a cost of $90 million. KCBS's Raquel Maria Dillon is at the West Oakland station.
I saw at least 2 people try to exit here, see the hulking new gates, and then turn around and go back up to the train platform. BART spokeswoman Anna Duckworth says people also tried to jump the staircase railings to get out. That's a long way down. The pilot is providing information about how stations will have to be reconfigured for the new gates.
We're looking to see how durable these are to withstanding like graffiti and vandalism, because we have a couple different materials. We have a polycarbonate door, and then we have the metal mesh door.
Most of the BART riders I spoke with say it is not fair that they pay for the ride and other people just dodge the fare gate.
pretty much every time I come through, I see at least like 2, maybe 3 people jump over it. Seems like a big problem.
But Alex Hernandez pointed out that some people don't pay because they really can't.
Necesidades y a veces pues no pueden pasar, entonces esto les bloquea el acceso a ir.
BART is upping the discount for low-income corporate card holders at the same time as it installs these gates.